We're going to continue on with our media availability now with a fan favorite and one of NASCAR's 75 greatest drivers, Greg Biffle. Greg, welcome to Sonoma Raceway. It's been a couple of years, but glad to have you back.
Yeah, good to be here. Good to win this race today, and all that good stuff. Oh wait, that's the difference. That's later.
It's later.
That's later. Okay. All right.
You've raced at Sonoma over the years. Just talk about this road course and what it was in your career.
Yeah, this is I always look forward to road racing, and this was one of my favorites. It has so many different characteristics to it. Going up the hill and down the hill and through the S's and this huge run down here through the kink and in a turn 11 in the braking zone. So it's a challenging place. Obviously, it always turns into a fuel mileage race. That's always fun to watch and pay attention to. Who's going to pit first when it comes to that. Are they going to do 2 stops or 3 stops? So it was always fun and exciting coming here.
Gotcha. So you've been away full time for a couple of years now. I will tip a hat to my track at Texas Motor Speedway. You won there in 2019 in the trucks. If you could, I'll just grab this one a little bit. How was that 4 years ago now, winning that truck race after the last time you'd been out there was 2001 in that position?
Yeah, it was. I'll tell you, it was pretty special to be able to go to Texas and win. Obviously Kyle Busch has great equipment. And there were some faster trucks than us that night, and we really worked hard on the car, and it was great to work with Rudy, and just to work our way up and get there, and then to hold off Crafton at the end. It's the first time I raced on the track since 1 and 2 was changed, so it was a different racetrack for me than my previous visits. But also, like you mentioned, I think about 15 or 16 years since I'd been in a truck, so it was exciting. A lot of my friends and family and everybody were at the event, so it was a great time.
So what are the things you're doing now? I know you're obviously keeping pretty busy with a lot of stuff. Tell the folks what you got going on now.
Yeah, so I'm still doing some off-road racing and love the desert stuff. So I'm doing some of that, doing some SRX races this year, and looking at doing some possibly doing some sports car racing. I love road racing and look forward to doing some more stuff.
Good. Any questions out? Okay, we'll start right here in the front.
Steven Stump, frontstretch.com. Greg, being from Vancouver, Washington, Portland is now on the Xfinity Series schedule right near your backyard. Would that be something maybe you'd consider trying to race at next year?
Yeah, I've been, it's funny, it kind of sneaks up on me, I guess, because I know it was announced a few years ago, and as it got closer, these things take a lot of time to put together a program to go do that. So I feel like I'm probably going to start working on a program for next year and try and run that race. I like that racetrack. It's a lot of fun. It'd be fun to get back. I know I didn't miss anything last year because it was terrible weather, but this year was gorgeous, and they had a great race.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Okay, we'll go right back over here.
JohnNewbyHeavy.com. From one Pacific Northwest native to another, can you put into words why it is so important to have racing up in that area?
Yeah, I told NASCAR forever that there's so many race fans that are in the western states, and without a real racetrack. I know they made a run at Seattle area trying to put a track in, but I also was a big proponent of street racing, that where you don't have to have a racetrack. You can get to that city you want to, and that's actually coming true this year with the race in Chicago. So obviously I think that the Portland International Raceway could host a cup race for sure. That's a facility that could do it. There's also a road race in Seattle, which I never raced at up there. There's a nice track up there. So it's important. There's lots and lots of race fans in the Northwest, and you look at any flight going to Phoenix or San Francisco or Fontana during those times, and those airplanes are completely full of all those people coming from the Northwest. So a big fan base up there, and it'd be nice to see a racetrack at some point, whether it's a cup race at Portland or somewhere else up that way.
We've got another question in the back middle.
Zach Sterniolo with NASCAR.com. Greg, being a proponent of street racing in the past, then now seeing what the NASCAR Cup Series is doing with its next-gen car, how do you anticipate the look of what the Chicago street race is going to bring to not just Chicago, but what, future opportunities for the sport?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not an expert when it comes to, I've just been a big fan. I think it's neat to be able to, transform an area into, being able to race on it. I know one thing, these cars are, really low to the ground, and it's tough to take, normal streets and normal transitions and create a course. So it does have its challenges, but it's neat to be able to bring an event like this into an area, a metropolitan area that can have so many things good about it. So I like it. I know there's a lot of challenges with it. Certainly, I think the Chicago race will be exciting from the fact that we don't know what's going to happen. What are the challenges going to be? Are the cars hitting the ground? Are they going to have to raise them up? Are they going to have to, what are they going to have to do to adapt? And I think that's going to be one of the exciting things about that race.
Any more questions? Greg, I'll ask you this one. Just your thoughts on being named as one of NASCAR's 75 greatest drivers.
Well, I was definitely surprised and honored to be named one of the top 75. The top 50 list was amazing, and just to make it onto that list was humbling. When I got the call from Mr. Mike Helton, I was excited and have enjoyed it so far. It was a great presentation at Darlington, and I'm still pinching myself, I guess, to when I think about it or somebody mentions it. So it feels great to be in that position.
That's cool. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations on that. Thank you for being here today, and hope you have a fantastic day.
Yeah, I'm going to, and hopefully we see a great race like we did yesterday.
Perfect. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.